Yeah, I thought it was one of our most consistent defensive efforts of the year, from start to finish. I thought we had a lot of urgency. Didn't think we started the game on Thursday with as much urgency as we needed to, and we talked about that. And so it was good to see them come out and be engaged on that defensive side of the floor as much as they were for the entire game.
It seemed like, especially there, once you guys got the lead, I mean, Milwaukee just struggled to finish. But why were they able to hang around so much? What did you see from your team that allowed them to do that?
Because it's a divisional basketball game. I mean, it's like people don't just like quit and go home as soon as they get down points, right? So, like if Milwaukee played at Youngstown on Thursday night, they were down 10 with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go, and they had 2 shots to win the game. So, like, they're going to continue to play. They're going to continue to fight. They were down 10-0 to start that game, and then they were up by 10 in the first half. So there's ebbs and flows to games. B.J. Freeman's a first-team all-league level player. He's not just going to go, oh, game's over, let's get out of here. Like, they're going to continue to fight and continue to play. And I thought there was a couple of possessions where even on a couple of our scores, we just weren't urgent enough getting back in transition, which then fueled their 2 threes on that, which allowed them to kind of stay within striking distance. But I thought we had a couple of really good offensive execution possessions late where Marquise got the 3-point play. JC got the layup. Justice made that 3. Those were really critical possessions for us just to keep them at arm's length.
How do you feel you guys defended the perimeter tonight? They had a number of 3-pointers in the opening minutes, but for the vast majority of the remainder of the game, it seemed like things kind of cooled off of them as far as hurting you from 3.
Yeah, I mean, Freeman, he made 2 early, maybe all 3 early, but I know two particularly, and I just didn't think we were in his airspace enough. We talked about with him, he'll kind of lull you to sleep with a little bit of a lazy dribble or a jab step and be able to fire it. And, he got Marquise on one early. We missed some guys in transition early. They had 16 points at that first meeting. I didn't think we were playing, incredibly poorly. We just needed to tighten some things up on the defensive side. And then from there, I thought we were extra urgent on some of their shooters. And I thought we did a good job of protecting the rim. A couple times they got downhill. I thought Steph was really, really active tonight, just in his ability to kind of wall up and use his size to make them miss. I thought some of our perimeter defenders, Jackson, Chris Ford, did a really good job with that as well.
Andy, you talked about Freeman a little bit. He had 15 in the first half, but just 6 in the second. What do you think changed about your guys' defensive effort to really limit him in the second?
I think we got up on him, and he did actually make a 3 early in that second half. Marquise went underneath the screen, which you can't do. And then, but I thought as he tried to drive it, I just thought we kind of took away some of that space. I thought we were able to kind of just stay in front of him. Jackson, I thought, did a really good job. Steph did a great job one time on a switch, and I think we were just able to kind of keep in front. And, when you watch him play, he's really good, again, at getting some angles, creating, some rotation. And I thought we were just able to kind of be in front of him, make his finishes difficult, and also his kickouts. I thought there was a couple times where, he kind of was in there with nothing really to do and, was just trying to get it out or drop it off quickly. And I thought we did a good job of being active in all those situations.
They came within a basket with about 5 minutes left. Just what were you seeing out there around that time that allowed you guys to kind of hunker down and hold off down the stretch?
Yeah, we got it. I think it was 5. It was 55-50, and I think we were able to come out and execute and get a basket. And then we put a couple stops together that allowed us to kind of shrink the game. I thought we did a decent job at the end there of kind of shrinking that game and making it as few possessions as possible, so they would have less opportunity to come back.
Is there anything prognosis-wise you're able to share just on Wainwright and how he's doing for him?
Just day to day. Just day to day. We kind of landed awkwardly on Thursday and didn't think he'd be able to contribute the way he's capable of. So he's day to day.
Coach, on Thursday you talked a lot about how you wish you could have bottled up the few hustle plays that you did and spread them out throughout the game. Today, did you see more of those hustle plays spread out? Did you like what you saw in those hustle moments?
There was a couple more, but there were still a couple more that we had opportunities to take advantage of that we didn't. And we got to keep showing guys that. We got to keep, putting that in front of them. And because again, all these games are coming down to, possession here or possession there. And you never know when you have your chance to make a winning play for your team that will really affect the outcome. There was a loose ball rebound in the first half that I didn't think we pursued. Guy kind of looked at it like that's one of those plays. Like that's one of those moments where if you think first, if you react first, you might be able to give your team that one extra possession that we need, or take away the one possession they need in order to be the difference in the game. And we got to get guys just completely understanding that.
What are you hoping to see in these last few games going into the conference tournament and just with the team and anything else?
We want to keep getting better. That's what we want to keep doing. I think we certainly have made some strides from the beginning of the year. I think we're playing more consistent with our effort. We still have things that we need to clean up. Execution on both sides of the ball, taking care of the ball. But I do think that we've made improvements, and there's still time to continue to improve. As long as there's another practice, as long as there's another game, another film session, there's still time to get a little bit better, and that's our quest each day, to get a little bit better.
Down to a 7-man rotation without Wainwright. The past couple, about month or so, it's been about 8-man rotation. Do you think with that amount of guys, do you find a little bit more consistency because they're playing more?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think you find a little more consistency in your role, a little more comfort in your role, but you also can't get comfortable, right? You also got to be able to figure out how to maximize your role. And, that's some of the things that we're talking to guys about, like how can they come in and contribute in whatever their minute allocation is. And if we're getting good, energetic, aggressive, defensive play, it just makes it easier to kind of continue to flow through that rotation, right? Jackson got 2 fouls in the first half, and we didn't want him to get a third, so we stretched a couple guys in that first half. We tried to go a little quicker rotations to start the second half, just to give them some quick blows so they could finish the game out. And we just got to continue to monitor and manage that.
Josh had a quiet 7 tonight, but he had a career-high 7 assists. What have you seen from him lately that he's been able to dish the ball around?
He's just getting so much attention, and people are trying to take him off the line so much that I think he's being intelligent about, when he has his opportunity to attack and when he has his opportunity to shoot. 7 assists, 4 rebounds. At Detroit he had 11 rebounds. Obviously, the other night he had big points. He's just finding ways to contribute in a lot of different aspects, and that's, I think, some of the maturation of his game. I think early in his career, even before he was here, his value was based on making a shot, and now, he's doing so much for our team on both sides.
You guys were pretty dominant on the glass day. What did you think with just the rebounding and the effort, which we've been talking about the last 2 games?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I mean, you got 3 guys there. You really have, basically, 6 guys with 4 more rebounds. Every one of those rebounds is critical, and that's what we were saying down the stretch of the game. Like, if we can make them miss, Justice getting in there and getting them, Varro getting in there and getting 5. Like, those things, like, they really contribute. And I thought we did a good job of being attentive, because Faison Fields is an excellent rebounder. He does a great job of wedging down there. Kentrell Pullian as a guard does a great job of getting on the glass, and I think we did a good job of negating some of that tonight.